Now audible? Now audible? Priyanka, now audible? Am I audible now? Okay. Now audible? Now audible? Now am I audible to everyone? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good evening everyone. Good evening everyone. So this is the second video, day 2 here. Good evening Sucharita everyone. Yeah. And you all know that I am conducting 1000 MCQ series for the upcoming Gujarat State exam. This is the second video I have already made. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your confirmation, Priyanka, Sucharita and everyone. And let's begin the session here. And here is the first question on your screen without wasting your time. I'll be conducting another session after 10:30 or 10:35 for Karnataka set. So this is the first video on Gujarat set. Let's begin here. And here is the first question on your screen. The Sadian women and the ideology of pornography is a feminist reappraisal of the work of Marquis de Sade. Name the author. Who is the author here? Kate Millett, Catherine Belsey, Angela Carter, and Judith Butler. Who has written? That is actually a reappraisal of the work of. Good evening, Subramshu. Yeah, that is actually a reappraisal of the work of Marquis de Sade. Who has written this work? This is a famous work written by whom? This is question number 21 because earlier I have also made a video where I have discussed 20 questions for the upcoming Gujarat State exam. That's why I have started with question number 21. Started from question number 21. Yeah. And even we did this question earlier, isn't it? Sujarita? Exactly. It's Angela Carter. It's Angela Carter has written The Sadian Women and the Ideology of Pornography. That is a reprisal of the work of Marquis de Sade. Angela Carter is the right answer. Excellent. So here C is the right answer. Okay, this is The Sadian Women and the Ideology of Pornography, the 1978 fiction book. Good evening, Anita. So Angela Carter, the book is actually a feminist reappraisal of the work of Marquis de Sade, consisting of a collection of essays analyzing his literature, particularly the tales of sisters Juliet and Justines. Okay, that's why this is a work by. The Life Divine is a work by Sri Aurobindo. In The Life Divine, Sri Aurobindo leaves his mark as a literary artist, visionary saint, social reformer, historical critic. The famous work by Sri Aurobindo is The Life Divine. And what kind of impact he is giving in this work, the magnum opus, The Life Divine. He presents himself as a literary artist, a visionary saint, a social reformer, a historical critic. We will be conducting another session after finishing this session. Do join. Okay, I have prepared also for Karnataka set. Do join even that session. Okay, everyone. Yeah. And let me see how many of you are able to answer these questions correctly. Exactly. Got the first answer here. Got the first answer. Fantastic. It's he leaves his mark as a visionary saint. Exactly. Here B is the right answer. The Life Divine by Sri Aurobindo, and here he is living as a visionary saint. B is the right answer. Okay. The Life Divine is actually exactly. Yeah, Sujita, also you are right. The Life Divine is a consummate example for his ability of creating the limitless vision of truth and power of human consciousness without employing any artificial enforcing machinery in the process of transmission. Okay, the Life Divine discusses the conception of higher aesthetic envisaged by Sri Aurobindo as a seer, and the indefatigable spirit of seer enriches every sphere of description as he explained in his truth. Another important work is also the future poetry. The future poetry by Sri Aurobindo. The life divine, the future poetry, these are all works by Sri Aurobindo. Love your enemy, bless your haters, said the greatest of the great. Who said the above statement? Alfred Lord Tennyson, Matthew Arnold, Robert Browning, Charles Dickens. Who said the line of statement? Do like this system as well. This is the second video of the upcoming Gujarat State exam. Conducting 1000 MCQ series for the upcoming Gujarat State exam. I'll be conducting another session as well after 10:30. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's Alfred Lord Tennyson. Exactly, everybody. Yeah, Subrangshu, Priyanka, Sucharita, everyone. Anindita, excellent. Anindita, then Subrangshu, then Priyanka, then Sucharita. Excellent. It's actually Alfred Lord Tennyson is saying, what is the name of the work? What is the name of the work? That is Locksley Hall. Okay. After 60 years, Locksley Hall after 60 years, probably like that. But starting with Locksley Hall, this is the name of the poem where Alfred Lord Tennyson is saying these lines. Okay. A.S. Bird's Possession Romance. This is a famous novel. Returns to the Old English period, Victorian period, Middle English period, Restoration period. Famous work. It's a 1990 novel, and in the same year it got also the Booker Prize for fiction. Booker Prize for fiction. This work was published in 1990 and it got the Booker Prize for fiction in 1990 as well. Here, A.S. Bird is returning to which period? Old English period, Victorian, Middle English, Restoration period. Yes, exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Anindita then Subramsu. Exactly, you're right. Actually, it's a work that is where A.S. Bird is actually returning to the Victorian era, Victorian period. It's a famous Booker Prize winning. B is the right answer. And the Possession Romance is a subtitle, a romance. 1990 best-selling novel by A.S. Bett won the Booker Prize in the same year. The novel is exploring postmodern concerns of similar novels, which are often categorized historiographic metafiction, a genre that blends approaches from both historical fiction and metafiction. The novel is concerning the relationship between the two fictional Victorian poets, two fictional Victorian poets. One is Randolph Henry Ashe, whose life and work are loosely based on those of the English poet Robert Browning or Alfred Lord Tennyson, whose work is more consonant with the themes of expressed by Ashe, as well as Tennyson's having been poet laureate to Queen Victoria and Christabel Lamont, based on Christianerosity. Two Victorian poets, one is Randolph Henry Ashe, that is probably based on Robert Browning or Alfred Lord Tennyson, whereas Christabel Lamont is also based on Christianerosity, as uncovered by present-day academics Ronald Michael and Mott Valley. This is a famous work. That's why this is a famous work by A.S. Burt. So, moving back to Victorian era. Which of the following was not written by Simon de Beauvoir? The second is the Ethics of Ambiguity, and Adieu, a Farewell to Jean-Paul Sartre, and The Female Eunuch. Here is question number 25. After finishing this session, I will be conducting another session for Kerala set. Do join even that session, okay? I prepared questions for all of you. So I request you to join that session as well, okay? We'll be quickly finishing 20 questions, and after finishing that question, this session, I will be conducting another session as well. Okay, okay. Look, got it. Mixed question, yeah, mixed answer. Look, the second sex by Simon de Weber. Ethics of ambiguity, yeah, the female eunuch by German Greer. Okay, it's by German Greer. German here has written the female eunuch. Okay, whereas the second sex, the ethics of ambiguity, ado and fair to the these are all work written by Simon de Beauvoir. And in which year the second sex was published? The second sex was published in 1949. And why is 1949 very important? Will you please tell me? The second sex is a work by Simon de Beauvoir, ethics of ambiguity by Simon de Beauvoir, ado a fair to Jean-Paul Sartre. But the second sex was published in 1949. 1949. And in this year, okay, which famous book was published also? Tell me. And here the D is the right answer. Female eunuch by German Greer. Okay. Now tell me why 1949 is very famous, because in this year, okay, which work was published? And in the same year, second sex was published. So write down in the comment box. The female eunuch, the 1970 book by German Greer that became an international seller, a bestseller, important text actually. And its sequel of the female eunuch is actually there is the whole women. The whole women is also a work by German Greer. The female eunuch and the whole women. So in 1949, George Orwell's work, that is the famous 1984 novel, The Dystopian, exactly. 1984 novel published, George Orwell, exactly. 1984 novel, The Dystopian novel, 1984, published in 1949. That's why 1949 is very important. And in that same year, the work, The Second Sex by Simon de Beauvoir, was also published. So the Golden Node was a very famous work by Doris Lessing. In this work, okay, Doris Lessing is examining what? Examines sexual and women's liberation movements, provides an analysis of the communism, or contains a powerful, yeah, got it, excellent Subhranshu, and contains powerful anti-war message, explores the trauma of middle class women. Why the Golden Notebook is famous? And what message is actually trying to say? What is exploring actually? Doris Lessing, the Golden Notebook. He has already written, okay, 4 notebooks. The protagonist of this novel actually is Anna. So she has already written 4 notebooks, and that 4 notebooks is to be covered by the Golden Notebook. The 5th one. She's already written, okay, 4 notebooks. And the protagonist is Anna. Okay, so here exactly Subhranshu. Okay, George Orwell got it. That one. Here the Golden Notebook is Doris Lessing is actually exploring the trauma of middle class women. Exactly, it is, yeah. Guru, I think you are late, so late. Yeah, we are doing 26 number questions. Okay, probably. Okay, I think your internet speed is very slow. So explores the trauma of middle class women is the right answer. The Golden Notebook, here you see 1962 novel by the British writer Doris Lessing. Okay, like her 2 books that followed, it enters the realm of what Margaret Drabble in the Oxford Comparative English Literature called Lessing's inner space fiction. You see that here the Oxford Comparative English Literature, okay, Margaret Drabble is saying that the Golden Notebook is actually inner space fiction. Inner space fiction, which was the Golden Notebook, or work that explores the mental and the social breakdown. Explore the mental and the social breakdown. The novel contains anti-war, anti-Stalinist message, an extended analysis of the Communist Party in England from the 1930s to the 1950s. Okay, an examination of the budding sexual revolution and women's liberation movements. The Golden Notebook is a story of the writer Anna Wolf that I was talking about. Anna Wolf is the protagonist of this novel. The 4 notebooks in which she records her life. So in the notebook, okay, she is recording her life, and her attempt to tie them, that 4 notebooks that she has written, she is trying to tie them together in the 5th, that is gold colored notebook. Already written 4 notebooks and trying to tie those 4 notebooks in a 5th, that is gold colored notebook. And Lessing in her preface, you see, Doris Lessing in her preface of this work claimed that the most important theme in the novel is the fragmentation, the mental breakdown that Anna suffers. Anna of this the protagonist of this novel, perhaps from the compartmentalization of her life, reflected in the division of the four notebooks, but also reflecting the fragmentation of society and Anna's relationship, an attempt to draw every together in the golden notebook at the end of the novel are both the final stage of her intolerable mental breakdown and her attempts to overcome the fragmentation and the madness, exploring the mental breakdown of women, of Anna, the character, the writer. This lesson famous inner space fiction, Margaret Drabble has said this novel. It is when I am weary of consideration and life is too much like a pathless wood. I would like to get away from art a while and then come back to it and begin over. Whose lines are these? Famous lines of that poem. Famous line of that poem. Mix of imagination and fact. He's mixing imagination. In that poem, okay, he's mixing imagination and fact as well. Here is question number 27. And let me see how many people have done this questions very correctly. It is when I am weary of consideration and life is too much like a pathless wood. I would like to get away from earth. And I have read this poem. Yeah, exactly. I have read this poem in my university. Exactly. It's Robert Frost Barthes' famous poem. Barthes is the poem. So mixing imagination and fact. Written this poem was Barthes was written in blank verse. This poem Barthes was written in blank verse as well. So Robert Frost Barthes is the famous poem, and in that poem these lines appear. I would like to get away from art a while and then come back to the beginning over. And he's imagining that probably there is a boy. He's imagining that there is probably boy. A boy is there. In the night of the scorpion, Ezekiel represents the superstitious attitude of the boy is swinging the birds actually. Birds trees. Famous poem. You should read this poem. Very, very interesting poem. "28 here. In Night of the Scorpion, Ezekiel represents the superstitious attitude of Indian women, Indian boys, Indian peasants. It's not Indian parents, Subramsu, it's Indian peasants. Okay. C is the answer. Talking about the Indian peasants. Okay, everyone right. Next question. Who authored the twice born fiction Samola R. Narayan, P. Lal, Meenakshi Mukherjee, Mahadevi Verma? The twice born fiction is a work by, exactly all of you right. Here is 29. Okay. I'll be conducting another session. Will you join? I have already scheduled that actually. Do join that session as well. Okay. I'll be quickly finishing. After finishing these questions, okay, I'll be moving back to another session. 1 to 2 minute break. Okay. Maximum 3 to 4 minute break. Okay. And then we'll be conducting another session as well. Exactly. Chalo. Here is the question of 29 exactly. The twice born fiction. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have to join because I have prepared for all of you actually. You have to join. You should join. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you. So who authored the twice born fiction? Actually, it's a Meenakshi Mukherjee. Exactly. Meenakshi Mukherjee. All of you right here. Meenakshi Mukherjee has written the twice born fiction. The twice born fiction. Communicative language teaching. Teacher focused, material focused, experience focused, student focused. Communicative language teaching is. because I have already prepared that PPT for that session. Yeah, exactly. And Subhranshu, tomorrow we will be having our CUT-PG class. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, CUT-PG class on Google Meet, and even UGC-NET aspirants, so those for the paid batch students. Now, now the every classes will be conducted on Google Meet. Yeah, it's actually student focused. Exactly. Communicative language teaching is actually focused on it's student focused. 30D is right answer. चलो everybody right. ये जो बहुत easy question है 31. Some questions will be repeated because okay these questions are even beneficial are important for any other state exam. That's why some question will be repeated. And these questions are repeated because you are watching the videos constantly, continuously actually. Exactly. So translated Derrida's of grammatology is actually Gayatri Chakravarti's feedback. So easy question here. B is the right answer. Which novel by Ian McEwan explores the consequence of tragic misunderstanding between got it everyone right between two characters during a hot summer day? Previously done question very quickly. That's why I told that I will be finishing it very quickly and then I will be moving back to another session for Kerala set. And in that set, I also be covering 20 questions as well. Exactly. Fantastic, Anandita. Got it. Yeah, you remember. Famous novel, okay? By Ian McEwan. Exactly, Sudarita. This is Atonement. Atonement is a work by Ian McEwan exploring. C. Exactly. 32C is the right answer. Exactly. Next question. Everybody right actually. Subhranshu, first Anandita, then Sudarita, then Subhranshu, then Guru. Okay. What is the name of the dystopian society in George Orwell's 1984? Dystopian society in George Orwell's 1984. And the fictional society Blefescu, where does it appear? Blefescu? Where does it appear? Blefescu? Previously done question. George Orwell. George Orwell. That is Thomas More's Utopia. Exactly, good. Fantastic. It's Oceania. Exactly, Anandita. Subhranshu as well now. Everybody. Excellent. Priyanka, Anandita, Sucharita, Subhranshu. Everybody. Excellent. George Orwell's the dystopian novel here. 1984. Oceania. Set in Oceania is the right answer. And Blefuscu is in. And Blefuscu, the famous Blefuscu, the fictional setting appeared in. Write down in the comment box. In Margaret Atwood's Handmaid's Tales, what is the protagonist Offred's real name before the regime takes over? Offred's real name क्या था? June, Emily, Serena, Rita. Gulliver Travels, exactly. Blefuscu appears in Gulliver Travels. Exactly, Subhranshu. Yeah. Got it, good. Yeah, Blefuscu appears in Gulliver Travels. Handmaid's Tales by Margaret Atwood. This is a dystopian novel. This is also a dystopian novel. Okay, this is a dystopian novel. Exactly, everybody right. Jonathan Swift. Okay, The Handmaid's Tale is a dystopian novel. What is the protagonist of its real name? Okay, before the regime takes over. She was named as June, Emily, Serena. She was known as June, Emily, Serena, and Rita before getting her name Offred. Exactly. Very good. Very good. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well done. Good. It's June. Exactly. It's June is the right answer. Hmm. Offred's previous name was actually before the regime takes over is actually June. Exactly. So here A is the right answer. Fantastic. Good. Hello. Remember that question actually. Okay. Which novel laureate in literature wrote the novel Blindness, a story about a sudden epidemic blindness? The novel Blindness. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Haruki Murakami, Jose Saramago, and Milan Kundera. It's not Gabriel Garcia. Then Portuguese author. Okay, Portuguese author. Portuguese author. Published in 1995. Yeah, everybody right. They know it's Subrangsu. Excellent. Subrangsu, have you answered 35 exactly? It's Jos Saramago. Okay, Portuguese author has written Blindness, a story of sudden epidemic of blindness, published in 1995. Exactly. Okay. In Kaduri Sigur's Never Let Me Go, what is the fate of the characters at a Halisam school? We have done that kind of question earlier as well, but in a different manner. Kaduri's famous work, Never Let Me Go. What is the fate of the character Halisam school? Yeah, got it. Got it. 35, 35C was actually 36. Yeah, 36C. Yeah, excellent. Anandita Godod, everyone. Never Let Me Go. The fate of the characters, they were actually becoming organ donors. Organ donors. Exactly. Here, C is the right answer. You've done it earlier actually. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Moving on to question 37 quickly. How does George Orwell describe technical quality of arms and the man in his assessment of George Bernard Shaw's work? Exactly, Subrang Solid right here. George Orwell is describing the work of arms and the man technically in his assessment of George Bernard's work. So, flawless technically, mediocre in execution, experimental and innovative, lacking in technical expertise. Expertise. 37. We have three more questions left, and then we'll be starting another session. Do join that also. Which one answering Godot? 36, 37. Which one? 37. We've done it earlier as well. We've done it earlier as well. We've done it earlier as well. George Orwell is actually saying that this work is actually flawless technically. Written flawless technically. Okay. So here A is the right answer. George Orwell talking about arms and the man is the flawless technically. A is the right answer. Flawless technically. Which period of John Keats is called the most placid time in Keats' life by Cowden Clark, a close friend of Keats? His visit to Lake District, Keats lodging in the attic above the surgery at 7 Church Street, Keats stay in Italy, Keats travel to Europe. Which period of John Keats is called the most placid time? The most placid time in Keats' life by Cowden Clark, close friend of Keats. 38 here. Hmm. 37A got it. Good. Here is 38 now. 38. The most placid time in Keats' life. Afraid of Keats, Cowden Clark is saying. Yeah. 38. Yeah, exactly. It's B. It's lodging in the attic above the surgery at 7 Church Street. B is the right answer. Excellent, Sucharita and Subhranshu. Yeah, it's A is the B is the right answer. 39. The title page. The title page of which play of Christopher Marlowe attributes the play to Marlowe and Thomas Ness? Dr. Faustus, Dido, Queen of Carthage, Edward II, Tamburlaine the Great. Talking about that this work was written in collaboration. Actually, the meaning of the question is that which work was written in collaboration by Marlowe and Thomas Nast as well. Dr. Faustus, Dido, Queen of Carthage, Edward II, second, Tamburlaine the Great. We'll be joining 10:40. We'll be joining at 10:40 another session. We'll be joining for the another session at 10:40. One question left. Yeah, excellent. 39B. Exactly. Priyanka, then Subhranshu, excellent. Dido, Queen of Carthage, Gorod as well. Dido, Queen of Carthage, Sucharita as well. Dido, Queen of Carthage, it was written in collaboration with Christopher Marlowe and Thomas Ness. They have written in collaboration Dido, Queen of Carthage. Okay. After finishing this question, we'll be ending the session and we'll be starting another session after 1 minute. Which one of the following plays of Christopher Marlowe tells the story of the disposition of a king by his barons and the queen? Dr. Faustus, Edward II, The Massacre at Paris, The Jew of Malta. Every day there will be 2 sessions. One session for Gujarat State, one session for Kerala State, like that. Okay, will be divided in 2 parts. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's Edward II. And here is the homosexual relationship between Edward II and who was the other Gaveston. Okay, Gaveston and Edward II. They had the homosexual relationship. Barons and Queen. Here it's Edward II is the right answer. Okay, I'll be ending the session here. Exactly, everyone is right actually. Let me end the session here and I'll be joining very quickly within 1 minute. Okay. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Joining very soon. Okay.